Again everyone, it's Hayley here at Raising Blooms. How have you been? It's been gorgeous here. I've been saying the same thing for every video, but the weather's been beautiful. We've still had no rain. I do need to get out there and do some watering actually. The blue tits, they have been very busy. They've definitely got babies now. That's very exciting. I'm pleased to report I can hear babies now, and the mum and dad are very busy little birdies to and from, feeding their babies, and their babies are chirping away, and it's just so cute. I am a little bit worried about the cats, the local cats, but hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll raise a healthy little brood of babies. I'm just so happy. My tomatoes, I'm sitting here looking at my tomatoes. They are getting bigger. They're getting bigger from last week. They do need a bit of a water. They look thirsty, but I made the mistake of leaving them outside to get some sun, and I forgot to bring them in. I didn't forget, I did bring them in, but I left them out there far too late, and it was about 11 p.m. or something, and I went out there to get them. I just remembered, brought them in, and I'd actually obviously brought in a visitor that I did not want, because I had some cucamelons growing in a little pot on the windowsill. I had about 5 healthy cucamelons, and the next day I had a look at all my seedlings, as I'm sure we all do, and I had no cucamelons left in the pot. I picked up the pot, had a look underneath, and there was the culprit, a very well fed looking slug. So yeah, do be careful, don't make my mistake. If you put your plants outside to get some sun and some air, and yeah, don't leave them out there long enough for when the slugs emerge, because you'll end up with a little straggler as well. So I wasn't happy about that. I will show you look at my pretty little gardening cup. How cute is that? That fits the gardening theme, doesn't it, perfectly? And it's got a little hedgehog on there. I do love hedgehogs. But yeah, sorry, I'm having my coffee. Please let me know how you guys are doing and what's growing in your gardens, what you're up to. What are we today? It is the 7th of May. 7th of May today. It's a Friday. I'm pre-recording this intro for the video. I've put little bits and bobs together, but I'll probably be doing the bulk of it over the weekend. So I don't actually know what's coming up in this vlog. So your guess is as good as mine. I can tell you a few bits. I am going to be pinching out my dahlias. Definitely need to do that now. So I'll show you how I pinch out my dahlias. And I don't know if you remember me telling you about the skimmias that I've got growing in the pots that are just next to my back door. They're not very happy where they are. They just, yeah, they're not enjoying life there at all. So I'm going to switch them out for something else. And I have actually bought something called Mexican orange blossom. I think that's what it's called. Mexican orange blossom. Yeah, I don't know the Latin name for it, but they have got a beautiful white, very fragrant flower on them, and they are evergreen, and that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted something fragrant, something evergreen. I don't really want them to die back over the winter, and something with flowers. So I'm hoping that they will fill those spots nicely. Do you know that plant at all? Have any of you grown that before? Mexican orange blossom. I do have a mock orange, but that's different. And that's not actually done much for me since I've had it in the garden, to be honest. Hasn't flowered. Maybe it's a bit too shady where it is. I've never really thought about that. But I'm just looking out at the garden now, and you'd never know that I cut the grass. You'd never know that I cut the grass last week. Doesn't look like I have. But even though, which is surprising, because we definitely haven't had an awful lot of rain, so you'd think that it would just look dry, but it actually does look nice. I probably haven't kept up with watering it as well as I should. I did water it a few times with those nematodes that I used as treatment on the lawn. We are supposed to keep the lawn wet after that. Probably haven't kept up with that like I should. I did notice a crane flying come into the house the other day, and I looked at it and thought, oh, stay away from the grass. Because that leather jackets, if you don't know, leather jackets are the larvae of crane flies, and so that's what's causing the issue with my grass. Have any of you had that problem before? Have you dealt with leather jackets? It seems to be a bit of an issue here. I don't know if the neighbours suffer with it or not. So yeah, like I say, I don't really know what's going to be coming up in today's vlog. A mixture of things, a mixture of gardening goodness is what it will be. So come along and let's go find out together. I thought I'd show you my tomatoes. They're doing okay. I think they need a drink. I've got a few on the other side that look a bit bigger. I'll take you to those. These ones are looking much bigger. I think they're maybe in a better position. They're getting more sun. Or is it just because, I don't know, they're a taller variety. But yeah, happy with those. I'll be hardening them off soon. Deciding where I'm going to put them. But one thing did happen. I left them outside just to get some sun the other day. I left them outside a little bit too long. I brought them in during the evening time. I ended up bringing in an unwanted guest. So there was definitely a slug that had travelled in, because I had about 5 healthy cucamelons growing in a pot on the windowsill. But now, none. I can't believe it. So I'm going to have to re-sow my cucamelons and hope I'm not too late for those. Here are my fever few. But yeah, going back to my cucamelons, sorry, I lifted up the pot and noticed the little slug underneath the pot. So that was the culprit. He munched all my cucamelons. He had a feast. My corn here is looking quite good. I think I need to give that a water. Excited to get those out.
Just over here in the garden, taking a look at all the ivy that I've got growing over my fence, and noticed I've got quite a bit of like black spot. I'm wondering if that's possibly something fungal wrong with it. I don't know if anyone has noticed that on their ivy before. Please let me know. Don't know if I should be worried or not.
If I bring you over to my honesty, as you know, I had a purple honesty and a white honesty growing next to each other here. And just have a look at the seed pods. On the white honesty, they're a green seed pod, and on the purple honesty, they're a purple seed pod. I never knew that was a thing. How cool. I didn't know that the plants had 2 different colour seed pods. Now I do.
Look what we have here, some foam produced by the spittle bug. I think the foam is called cuckoo spit, and they use it to protect themselves from predators while they suck the sap out of your plant, but they don't really cause any harm.
So I'm just in the greenhouse having a little look at my dahlias that are in those sandwich bags, and a lot of them now are going to need pinching out. And what pinching out means is you take out the tip here, just between these 2 main leaves. You take out this growing tip, you pinch it out or you snip it out, and then what that encourages is more side shoots. So you will end up with a bushier plant and more flowers. So we're going to pinch out the growing tip of the ones that we can. Anyway, if you are not familiar with pinching out, that's what it's all about. And you can do that with cosmos as well. So I will also pinch out the tops of my cosmos here. What we got? Yeah, I'll take it from here. You see, just between these 2 main leaves here. So they do need to have a few true leaves on them, and then when you get to a point when you've got true leaf, and then a shoot growing here, you can just take out that top growth, and then it will give you more blooms and a stronger plant, a healthier plant. Everything's looking a bit flattened in here because we gave them a water, but they'll soon be standing back upright again. I think I could put those nasturtiums out. They look great, don't they? But here are some more of my dahlias down here, and some up here as well. So that is the plan. So this is Rocco, and I'm just having a little look. He's got 3 stems coming off of him, so there's going to be 3 lots of pinching out that I can do. And what I'm going to do is on each of the stems where we have these 2 sets of leaves here, this leaf here, this leaf here, I'm going to just nip out the top like that. And I'll show you again on this one where we have this leaf and this leaf here. I'm just going to go in the centre. Can you see well on the camera? I'm just going to go in the centre here and snip that off. And I know it looks drastic, but it really does work. So true leaf, and what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to snip it at this bit. There we go. So that is how you pinch out your dahlias. I'll show you another. This one is my collarette mix. This one's already beginning to flower. So true leaf here, I'm just going to snip out that. And there's 2 stems on this one that I can do that with. I've got this stem as well. So again, true leaf, go right in the middle there and snip that bit off. Go away. And there you have it. Okay, that's me pinching out the dahlias. So true leaf and snip. I'm going to show you how I do it with the cosmos as well. So we have our cosmos here, and it's got these, you see, they're just like the seed leaves, and then we have true leaf, and then I'm just gonna go boop, pinch out the top there. Look, it's so leggy. Again, with true leaf, I'm just gonna go, here we go, pinch the top out of my cosmos there. I am just down here now by the back door, by those skimmias that I want to change, and this is the Mexican orange blossom. It's actually called choisya, and I've done a little bit of research into those. I think they'll be happier than my skimmia in this spot, I hope. 3rd time lucky it's got to be, hasn't it? After my failed hydrangeas and now my failed skimmias, I'll have to think of another home for the skimmias. But yeah, these look so pretty. The little white blossoms, apparently they smell very fragrant. This is a variety called Aztec Pearl. They're quite a dwarf plant. So yeah, I think they're going to look good in that spot. I'm going to dig this one out. Oops. I'll try not to kill it because I would like to rehome it if possible. There we go. Oh, look about that. Wasn't doing much in there anyway, really, was it? Still in its little root ball shape. But yeah, I mean, it has got new growth on it. But it's just not a happy plant there. So I will enrich the soil a little bit with some manure and a bit more fresh compost. get all that in.
I saw a blue tail and you missed it.
Okay, thank you.
What?
That's a shame. I'll have a look in a minute.
Oh, where you gone?
Okay.
You come back.
Yeah. I just thought I'd show you. Look, I have foxgloves out, looking beautiful, and lots of buds on my roses. I don't know if you can see, but look how many are there waiting to come through. But yeah, that foxglove is a thing of beauty. I can't wait to give you the May garden
I'm just
tour
over here
when they're way
now
out.
at my geum, and I'm just taking off the dead heads, because the more you take off the spent blooms, the more flowers you get.
I just wanted to show you the difference between a spent bloom. You can tell that that's a bloom that's finished, and then the new buds. So do not get confused and chop off the new buds thinking they are spent blooms. It's probably very obvious, but I just thought, you know, to a newbie gardener it could be an easy mistake to make, especially with other kinds of varieties of plants. This is the geum. These are a tall variety of nasturtiums that are totally desperate now to get in the ground, so I'm gonna pop them in this border just here.
Let's all pretend for a minute that I don't have a peg holding my hair back. Where we've had no rain, the ground is so dry, it's like baked clay. dug up something. Oh gosh. Put that back, shall I? I don't know what it was. I'll put it back because it was starting to grow. So there you go. I'll pretend that never happened. So I'm just in the greenhouse now alongside a friendly bee. You probably can hear the buzzing. I wanted to show you why you pinch out cosmos and dahlias, because here's one that I done. And can you see where I pinched the top out? So the reason we pinch those plants out is so we get 2 extra shoots to form a bushier plant with more blooms. So I thought I'd try to find some space for my cosmos as well while we're over at this border. Bring you down. I've got loads to fit in, so I'm probably going to have to find other homes. But since we've got a cosmos coming through here, I thought I might as well clump them together a little bit. The ground's very dry. It's going to need a really good water. Am I being a bit risky putting them in now? I don't know. I'm sure we're probably going to get another cold snap. Hopefully that'll be fine. It's been really, really warm at the moment, so we're digging up another something. I have absolutely no idea what colour these are. Hopefully I wrote it on a label. Cosmos white. Cosmos white apparently. If you can trust my labelling. Be so careful because I know I've got possibly dahlias around here somewhere. Some snapdragons. I'm just over in the shady border now, putting a few more of those cosmos over here as well. I also planted out some globe artichoke in this border and the back border too. I heard him before I saw him, and I looked up and this beautiful guy was circling overhead. I just hope he's not after my blue tits. Let's hope we get some much needed rain tonight. I just had to take you out to the front of the house and show you how lovely these super choisyas are looking. I thought they were an annual, but they've come back this year looking absolutely beautiful. And then my gorgeous eucalyptus here next to the front door. I think it looks really lovely. Look at these pretty pink carnations too. And I know I've shown you already, but I am just so excited for these wisteria to come into bloom. I just have to show you this male and female pheasant that we saw when we was on our dog walk yesterday. The female was making a strange noise at me, like she was telling me off or giving a bit of a warning. I wonder if perhaps they had some eggs nearby.
I'm just sat in the garden now, had a little iced coffee break because it's such a beautiful day. Beautiful day today. I think we've had quite a productive one as well. We changed over the skimmia to the choisyas by the back door. I do need to find them a new home. I think I'm going to put them in the border at the end of the garden. We've done some watering. I'm desperate for some rain now, to be honest. I really want some rain. Even if it just happens during the night. If we just have a really rainy night and then wake up to the sunshine again, that would be ideal, wouldn't it? But the garden is so thirsty, everything needs a drink. It's quite difficult trying to garden around the blue tits. Actually, I feel like I keep trying not to scare them. I feel like I'm going to scare them all the time. There has been a couple of times when the mum or the dad has been flying over with a big fat juicy caterpillar in their beak, and then they've noticed me and then flown away again. So I do have to feel like I've got to really tiptoe around them. So yeah, but I love it. I still absolutely love it. I think they're being quite brave, to be honest. They're still going in and out, even though we're pottering in the garden. I think they're quite used to us now. But yeah, I do feel like I'm tiptoeing around. But it's just still such an exciting time, isn't it? I really am so grateful that they've picked my little bird box for their home. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful gardening week. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week to come and you've had a lovely weekend. Do let me know. Don't forget to let me know what's going on in your gardens and what you're up to, what you're growing. Are you putting things out now? And what are you sowing? What are you sowing? I need to find out what I'm going to be sowing in May. What am I going to sow this month? I need to do my pumpkins. Hopefully I'm not too late for those. Yeah, I do need to do my pumpkins. I think I need to do a few more sunflowers because the ones I've got have been, well, haven't survived, let's just say. And I do need to do some more cucamelons. What else would I be doing? Beetroot. I need to do my beetroot. Yeah, I think I'll do that in a whole other video. But yeah, thank you so much for sticking with me to the end if you're still here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying my videos, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.